cooked shrimp that I'm gonna peel for our ceviche that I'm going to prepare. Okay, so I'm about to cut my shrimp. And for ceviche, I'm cutting it really small because the first time I heard about ceviche was when my hubby and I went on our last Caribbean cruise. And whenever you go on a cruise, it's really nice because all the food is just there. It's all you can eat. It's all available and, you know, inclusive in your package whenever you go. And that's nice because everything is just there and you don't have to worry about going anywhere. It's like a spa vacation. You're just chilling on a ship. But you can also pay for extra packages of the chef's meals, which is like the steak night or the seafood or anything like that. So we got the steak and seafood. And the chef served us that night with ceviche. And it's the first time I've ever heard of it or even tasted it. And I was a little sketchy to taste it because they kind of explained to us that the shrimp is raw and they don't cook it. But the lemon and I'm cutting it really small, okay? In small pieces. You don't have to cut it, but the one that we were served, it was all cut in tiny pieces and it was shrimp. Now they do have ceviche that is made with fish, but I don't know. I mean, I just don't think I would like it with fish. I tasted it with shrimp and we loved it. And the origin of ceviche is debated throughout South and Central America. But National Geographic has stated that it is in fact originated from Peru. So anyway, you can eat it with Spanish dishes or any dishes, really. You could, to make it, you know, like a Spanish dish, you're going to want to put the cilantro in it. This one had cilantro in it, and it was delicious, guys. It was just delicious. So yeah, we're gonna have this for dinner tonight. And when we were on the ship, we had our steak, and we had a tuna steak, and we had a regular steak, and we had some shrimp, and just, it was a whole bunch of little small things that came with our steak. And this was in a little dish, and we had chips with it. So they made it kind of like a dip, kind of like a little appetizer. So that's what I'm doing tonight. We're just gonna have a salad to be simple, because this ceviche takes a little while to prep. So I don't want to cook a big meal plus prep all this and cause myself more work. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay, I have just cleaned my board and I'm gonna start prepping all my other stuff. But this is what it looks like. And this is a pound of shrimp. And I got the large shrimp and I just chopped them really, really small and diced them up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut my limes. I'm gonna try to do about 4 limes and 1 lemon and about 4 limes. If the 4 limes aren't enough, because they're pretty small, I did get 6. And I'll be back. Okay guys, so I have my 6 limes. See how small they are? So that's why I feel like I'm gonna have to add 6. There are so many recipes out there. I went on Pinterest and I'm trying to duplicate the one that we had on our ship, on our cruise ship. I'm pretty good with when it comes to herbs and spices. Being the herbalist that I am, I know how to taste certain herbs and spices that are in foods. My palate has gotten used to it, so I'm gonna try to duplicate it with some of the recipes that I saw on Pinterest and try to come up with one as close as possible to the one that we had on the ship. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these in half. I'm going to juice them. And guys, if you don't have a little juicer like this, I think I got it from Pampered Chef. It's awesome. You just juice your lemons and limes with it, and it catches the little seeds. I'm sure you've all seen one. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that. So I'm going to juice the limes and lemons, and I'm going to place them in the bowl. Make sure to wash your lemons and limes before you juice them. Okay guys, I went ahead and I used all 6 of my limes and 1 lemon. And what I'm going to do, it's already, the citric acids from the lime and the lemon's already starting to turn it. And I don't know if it actually cooks it or what, but it does some kind of magic. But anyway, this is what it looks like, and it's covered to the top so that all the shrimp get it. Okay, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover it up, and I'm going to place it in the refrigerator for about an hour and a half and let it do its thing. And then later I will add all the other ingredients. All right, so hubby does not know that I am making this ceviche tonight. So it's going to be a big surprise for him. He's been working a lot of overtime, so he should be excited about this dish. I look a little rough because I've been out in the rain getting all the ingredients from the grocery store. The citric acid that I named, you know, from the limes and the lemon, that is going to marinate that shrimp, occurs naturally in citrus fruits, guys, okay? All right, so the aromatics that we are going to add are going to be cilantro, a purple onion, that is not red, it's purple, some tomatoes. Now, most of the recipes that I see call for the Roma ones because they're a little sweeter and they add a little sweetness to the ceviche. My grocery store did not have Romas, so I got these sweet tomatoes and some jalapenos, cucumber. And I'm going to add salt, pink salt, a little bit of garlic, some black pepper, and I'm also going to add a little bit of olive oil to the mix. So I'm going to go ahead and chop all this up and get it ready so that I can add into the shrimp and let it start marinating. Okay, I normally would eat the seeds and everything in a cucumber, but I'm going to seed it because it's going to add too much water content to my, too much of the liquid content from the cucumber to my ceviche, and I don't want that in my ceviche, like this. Okay guys, so for my jalapenos, I always leave the membrane, this piece right here, and the seeds, because that's where all of your capsicum is located in the pepper, and that's where all the benefits are. I mean, there's benefits to the outer shell of the jalapeno or any peppers like your cayenne and all that, and the red bell peppers. But this is where you get the majority of your capsicum right here. Okay guys, so as you can see, it's been an hour and a half and they are already turned. So these are actually what I guess you would call cooked for ceviche. Citric acid cooked. It's a really cool thing how it does that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add up all my diced aromatics. Purple onion, cucumber, tomatoes, jalapenos, and cilantro. I'm going to go ahead and add all this in there. Okay, I added a little dash of garlic powder, a little dash of black pepper, and my Premier pink salt, and a little dash of the olive oil. So I have all my aromatics in there, and now I'm going to let this marinate until it's time for dinner tonight. So this is ceviche, and this is the shrimp version, and this was the one that we had on our ship, so hopefully it's good. All right, guys, see how I patted it down? I just kind of tamped it down with my spoon so that all the lime juice and the lemon juice can get on all of the aromatics and marinate until it's time for dinner. I wanted to take a second to show you my little nifty knife. This is a tomato slicer, and I got this from Rada Cutlery years ago. But anyway, if you're going to be cutting tomatoes, guys, you want this knife because it cuts them like butter. Okay, guys, so the ceviche, as I stated earlier, whenever I started this process of showing you the recipe, is the way we ate it was like an appetizer with chips. So it was kind of like a dip. But I've seen on Pinterest that you can put it on tacos. I bet on a fish taco it would be delicious. So yeah, just look up on Pinterest ceviche, and you might see different recipes that you can use it in, or just use it as an appetizer like we're doing tonight. All right, I wanted to let you guys know that I used only 2 of the jalapenos. I'm going to save the other one for something else that I'm going to cook. And the cilantro, I did not use all of that bunch. I'm going to freeze the rest of that for something else that I'm going to cook in the future. And I used half of the purple onion. I used the bigger half that I cut, and I'm freezing the rest of that chopped up onion for something else that I may cook. And I did put the whole cucumber, except maybe a piece like this. I gave it to my dog because Maximus loves cucumbers. So, oh, and the tomato, if you're going to get Roma tomatoes, just use 1 nice sized Roma tomato, okay? And the tomatoes that I used they're called sweet tomatoes, little sweet tomatoes. I think I used 4 of them, but they were pretty small, so it would probably equal 1 good sized Roma tomato. All right? All right, guys, I'm about to give it a taste, and I will say this, it is very time intensive, so if you're pressed for time, this is not a dish you're going to want to make. It is delicious. It is delicious. It's spicy, which is the way hubby and I like things. If you don't want it as spicy, just leave out the black pepper and maybe just put 1 jalapeno. All right?